Okay, let's do this thing, folks. Elimination Chamber, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Live tonight, February the 18th. Wow, what do I have to say about this show? And I can't believe I'm kind of saying this right now, but I have to say, this was a really good show tonight. Honestly, this is I'm not gonna say it's pay-per-view of the year right now for WWE, but I gotta say I enjoyed mostly every match, almost top to bottom, outside of a few finishes here and there. But an overall great show, I would say, especially due to the crowd. Also, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. You know how it is over there, and I gotta say I did enjoy Elimination Chamber a lot tonight. Obviously, we know the big, coup de grace of the main event, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. But let's get right into it, huh? The Women's Elimination Chamber match kicking off first tonight. Asuka, Raquel Gonzalez, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Natalya, and Carmella. Whoever wins will get a shot at Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. Michael Cole and Corey Graves on commentary. Women's Chamber, I will say, first two that started off was who was the first two? It was Natalya and Liv Morgan. Okay, so Natalya you got from Canada and whatnot. So you got someone from the hometown and everything. Well, not hometown, but Canada in general. But first them two starting off. Raquel coming in next as number 3. 4 was Nikki Cross after that, which Nikki Cross did do a big dive off the top of the pod, which got a pretty big pop, I will say that. 5th was Carmella, which I'm actually surprised Carmella was one of the last ones in here. We'll get to her in a second. But, Carmella immediately just going to Asuka's pod, just jaw-jacking her, and then running back into the pod to avoid everybody. Raquel and Nikki Cross crashing through the pod as, Carmella was running, locking herself in multiple pods. Nikki Cross did end up getting eliminated, though, which I think was off camera damn near. But Raquel got the pin over her, so Nikki Cross is gone first. Liv Morgan ended up hitting a code breaker, or according to Michael Cole, it's a code red, even though that was a code breaker. Said code red a lot tonight. So Cole, don't know what was going on with that. He said like 2 or 3 times. He kept saying code red. Like, I thought it was code breaker. She on Raquel then. Carmella trying to pin everybody, but getting 2 counts. The final person was Asuka in this match, which, come on, we all knew Asuka, which I'm not surprised that Asuka was even last in this in general, but Asuka just, murdering damn near everybody, going after Carmella first, making sure she doesn't get in the pod. She's just taking down everybody that she can see. Liv Morgan ended up getting eliminated. I know she did like a thing off the pod, but Liv Morgan ended up, she didn't tap out, but she got hit with a sharpshooter and an arm bar by whatever Asuka's new arm submission is. It was a double submission on Liv Morgan, which she did not tap, but she was eliminated. I have to say, they are really still, I guess, somewhat on the Liv Morgan train in some ways, because I don't even know where it goes with Liv Morgan at this point. But until both of them pinned her and she was gone. So it was Carmella and Asuka left, which I was actually kind of surprised to even see Carmella in the finals of all this. Basically, both of them kept trading pins back and forth until Asuka hit like the Asuka lock or some submission. What even the Asuka lock? It was some submission, and Asuka got the win. Okay, so really, it was no surprise from there. You could say Asuka damn near beat a whole bunch of mid-carders if you think about it, even though half of these women have been the women's champion, but given their positions right now, you couldn't be wrong at the same time. But I kind of heard a little about that tonight of them being mid-carders, but Asuka winning was no surprise. I never saw anybody else winning in Asuka's on Raw, okay? Like, Asuka's got a new gimmick, kinda, with the whole new face paint and everything, trying to be dark Asuka and whatnot. I'm sure some would find it silly of her, selling the Carmella, but come on, there was no surprise for Asuka winning the Chamber from here. It was a foregone conclusion, okay? We all know she will face Bianca at WrestleMania. Will she beat Bianca? I don't know about that. Bianca could be champion for over a year at this point, because it's really coming up on that by WrestleMania, because she's had that belt for a very long time. But there was no surprise Asuka winning, but a good winning, no surprise. Next, Brock Lesnar went against Bobby Lashley. This is a match a lot of people were looking forward to. Of course, you're going to get a finisher fest and whatnot with Lashley spearing him several times, trying to go for the hurt lock, but Brock ended up hitting 2 F5s. The crowd wanted one more F5 then after that, and, crowd's going nuts for Brock. Like I said, crowd very more pro Brock and whatnot. So I kind of wonder who's the face and heel and all this. But given people love Cowboy B Brock and whatnot, I think we all know where that was gonna go. So fans just love Cowboy B Brock, but Brock Lashley went for another hurt lockdown, getting out of the F5. Lesnar looked like he was starting to lose it, but then he ended up just kicking Lashley in the nuts. So a DQ finish right here, kind of a weak disqualification, I would say. Wasn't a fan of this, and you could tell the crowd was pissed. But then Brock ended up just F5ing the referee, then F5s Lashley, and then goes on to the to the outside then, and whatnot. F5s him through the announce table. Crowd goes, holy shit. F5s the referee one more time. So basically, Brock just killed anybody in sight in the just after this match. It's almost like it just didn't even matter. Like, he just killed them. So I'm assuming it will be a rematch at WrestleMania. I'm gonna assume that, but I don't know. Because I wonder why this is going to be an Elimination Chamber. So I felt like it was a DQ finish coming. Now, people do forget about SmackDown on, from Friday night yesterday. That Bray Wyatt that kind of said, like, whoever wins, he was coming after them. Listen, I don't want to see Bray Wyatt near any of Brock versus Bobby. And I feel like it'll be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. I don't really know where he fits into this. I think Brock versus Bobby is the money match at WrestleMania that everybody wants to see. I don't know why. I just don't want to see Bray Wyatt in there. And I've heard people say, oh, you just don't like Bray Wyatt. Hell, after that Lights Out match, who wants to see him in any of this? I'm not trying to see a Cinnamon Toast Crunch match I keep hearing about. I don't really want it. Bray Wyatt just doesn't fit into this. And then I said, like, do I even want to see Brock versus Bobby go against Bray one-on-one? No, I don't. That's like he's way all of sick of that feud after a while. And I just did not like that match, that glow in the dark advertisement match with Mountain Dew. So is Cinnamon Toast Crunch gonna, do that? What? Like, what's going on here? So it could be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. I don't want to see it. I don't. I have no really desire to see it, but it could happen. But I'd rather see Brock versus Bobby again at Mania if we don't have a bullshit finish this time like we did tonight. But I have no desire, or I don't. How many people really want to see Bray Wyatt into this? I don't, because I feel like the guy's somewhat kind of falling off in a way, given him being back. But this storytelling, folks. The storytelling, as a lot would say with Bray Wyatt and the Master of Puppets right there. And maybe I'm not getting it. I don't know, but I don't want to see a triple threat match in no form of capacity. Brock just killed folks just to kill them, and the crowd went batshit crazy for it. Next, we had George St. Pierre and the unbiased Ariel Helwani. Let me say something about this real quick. I saw the Ariel Helwani Tony Khan tweet from last night because Tony just called him, what did he call him? A fraud and everything. You're a legitimate reporter, is Tony Schiavone, and Helwani called him, the snowman. I know that goes back from the interview from last time. And listen, Ariel Helwani has always kind of been a pro WWE guy. And I did watch that interview back months ago, but at the same time, Tony Khan wasn't really giving him anything in that interview, okay? He really, really wasn't. I get you don't want to answer questions on some things like Punk and all that, but there was questions Tony Khan clearly could have answered back then. But they both looked, I don't know. Like, Ariel Helwani knew what he was doing. Like I said, guy's more pro WWE guy, but Tony Khan, you could have answered these things, okay? The snowman line with that get Tony that Coke and whatnot. Snowman, Mr. Snow Kid himself, Tony Khan had that. Woo! Sniffing it, I see. They got that white on white on white. But I just think that was funny. And WWE was like, we make sure no one runs from the questions, like Cole was saying. So you knew WWE was having a ball with this, taking some shots at Tony at the same time by showing Ariel Helwani again. So, but then again, at the same time, I look at that whole little Twitter thing. Should that even happen? And with Tony Khan, you're the owner of a major wrestling company. We know how Tony Khan acts on Twitter and says a lot of outlandish stuff half the time and just damn near insane. But, dude, you're like the leader, not leader, but you are the leader, but still the owner of a major wrestling company, and you're arguing with a journalist on Twitter. Really think about that for a second, folks. Really think about that for a minute. This man's the owner of a company and calling people frauds now, and now we got people calling you snowman because we already know the coke jokes. We know about that Mr. Tony Montana. Scarface there, folks. So WWE want to take a little bit more shots with that tonight. The unbiased Ariel Helwani. There you go. Next, Edge and Beth Phoenix went against Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor. Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio. We got a lot of fuck you Dominic chants. We got a lot of fuck you chants tonight, okay? Because we had fuck you Dominic chants. We had think damn near fuck you rep or fuck you Bobby chants. There was a lot of fuck you chants tonight. I enjoyed this match though. I did. Dominic major heat out there. Beth Phoenix can still go, which even my friend Steven would say it kind of makes you wonder why she even retired to begin with. I enjoyed this. I figured Edge and Beth were gonna get the win anyways. Like they had to get payback on Judgment Day one way or another. I know Ripley had Gap Phoenix and tried to like hit her with a chair on the steel steps, but she slipped out of it. Hit the glam slam on Ripley ringside. Edge ended up hitting the, well, not the executioner. Well, he did the executioner, but he did like a suicide dive on a Dominic outside. Went back in. Goes for a spear on tried to go for a spear. Balor went for the sling blade, then got him. Edge still ended up spearing him then, but Edge and Beth Phoenix did the Shatter Machine, which kind of interesting. They mentioned it on commentary, Shatter Machine, which some would say, what does Edge and Beth Phoenix have to do with FTR? I heard they were like neighbors to what I heard at one point, but kind of makes you wonder. I know FTR's contract is apparently coming up with AEW and everything, so could they be going back to the WWE? I have no clue, but I have heard about their contract coming up. But interesting, they said Shatter Machine, though, which, the Revival or FTR, whatever you want to go with, but that was very interesting. But I enjoyed this match overall. I thought it was really good. Like I said, crowd was with it. Big pop, of course, with Edge. It's Edge, but I enjoyed this. Did I think Rey Mysterio was going to come out at some point and interfere? Yeah, I kind of did, but he did not end up coming out there. But yeah, Edge and Beth Phoenix got the win, which, come on, we know Beth Phoenix was not going to take the L or the pin here, given that she won the Royal Rumble and she's going to be facing Charlotte at WrestleMania, so we already know how that's going to go. But yeah, Finn taking the pinfall here, no surprise. Next, the men's Elimination Chamber match. Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Montez Ford, Damian Priest. U.S. title on the line. Kicking off with Seth and Gargano. I still don't know what's with them and their theme song change, especially for Gargano. I will say this before we move on with this match. I did like the Seth, Joaquin Phoenix Joker thing, because, we know how WrestleMania 21 did with the movie parodies and whatnot. Becky's not a good Batman, I'll say that. But one thing they need to do, and I'm sure maybe some people have already said this, but they could have, like, Goodfellas, maybe with Sammy and them. For all my life, I wanted to be an Oos, or just do the one with Joe Pesci. They just super kick Sammy and Ed, Paul, and Jimmy Uso, and then Jay like, yo, he good? Like, nah, he's good. What do you mean he's that good? He's done. He's done. We did everything we could, okay? We did everything we could. We did it all. We did it all. So there's a lot of things they could do. You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny? Huh? Think I'm funny? But moving on to this match, though, which I thought this was one of the best matches out of the entire night. Damn near probably my favorite match almost of the entire night with the men's Elimination Chamber. I know third person was Austin Theory going in there. Fourth was Damian Priest. Fifth was Bronson Reed after that, which, by the way, this guy just goes in there damn near killing everybody out there. Sixth was Montez Ford, which, everybody was damn near focused on the big man and whatnot throughout this match. Ford, one thing to say about him, and Ford is going to be going big places soon, but him climbing up to the top of the cage, just damn near doing a flip, literally from the top and fall on it, everybody onto the ground, was just insane. Gargano and Seth, no, like Reed had, Bronson Reed had Gargano up, and when he had him up, basically, Seth, hit him with, a big knee off the top rope, and then, it went to, a poison rana then, onto Bronson Reed. So that was a cool looking spot right there. I'll give them that. But right after that, then everybody just damn it starts hitting finishes on Bronson Reed then. Uh, which was like what? Gargano hits the one final beat. Seth hits the curb stomp. And Montez Ford hits the frog splash. Bronson Reed is out then. Right after that, everybody's still kind of on the pods. Rollins and Gargano get to the top pod. I know the other spot they did was like Rollins was gonna power bomb Gargano off to one of the pods, but Gargano ended up like hitting like a Hurricane Rana onto him, then crashing into everybody and whatnot. So that looked pretty cool too. But basically right after that, Priest hit the Razor's Edge onto Gargano, and Gargano was gone after that. But were there like about 4 guys left in? But yeah, basically, yeah. Priest, what I say? Yeah. Priest took out Gargano, then he's gone. Ford, what Priest ended up, him and Seth did like a blockbuster. Like Seth had him and Priest hit him with not Priest, but Ford him with a blockbuster. So Priest was gone after that. Next thing you know, everybody's singing the Seth Rollins theme and whatnot. Montez Ford is doing it, kind of tells him to suck it. Then after that, both of them are going back and forth and everything. Montez Ford just does dives on both Theory and Seth onto the outside, even though his legs kind of hitting the cage and everything. But he just going on both of them, doing flip dives after that. Hits like a big rock bottom then onto Theory. Goes for the frog splash for Theory, ends up putting his feet up. Knees up. And then right after that, he goes over to the middle rope. Seth hits the curb stomp on him, and Theory ends up getting his finishing him off and hitting him with the just pinning him then after that. So basically, the crowd was pissed off as it now became between Seth and Austin Theory, and I kind of knew Montez Ford was going to be in the final 3 anyways, but the referees ended up checking Montez Ford. The trainers came out to help him, who got a standing ovation. So, I've said it before, and I'll say this right now. I said this back in my prediction review video about him being a breakout star. It's coming, okay? Montez Ford's time is coming real soon. I do believe that. And this may have been the start of it tonight, all right? It's been a little bit of start and stop at the same time we've seen before, but I think tonight told something different. So the crowd giving him a standing ovation, just happy that, not happy, but, showing respect to him, of him in the chamber and everything. But as he's being helped to the outside, next thing you know, Logan Paul, which, they got the door open and stuff still. So Logan Paul comes in, hits a buckshot lariat. Some would say better than Hangman, but hey, that's debatable there. And then hits like a curb stomp on Seth, and then Austin Theory ends up hitting his finish and winning then after that. I'm not really surprised Logan Paul showed up. Crowd started chanting, "Fuck you, Logan." I wasn't surprised by that. I was just kind of waiting on it to happen. Like, I kind of figured Austin Theory was going to retain anyways. He could face Montez Ford at WrestleMania, but then I kind of figured that's not going to happen. I'm sure everybody's still thinking John Cena is going to be facing Austin Theory, given that Austin Theory keeps putting out all these ruthless aggression shots on there. Do I really want to see that match? Not really. I know people try to come up with comparisons with Cena and Austin Theory, which I still don't really see to this day. I think Austin Theory is good, but like I still don't see him on Cena or even near pattern in the Cena. And I guess they're gonna have Cena put him over at Mania. I don't know, but then again, it's not like John Cena's around a lot nowadays. The guy's Hollywood nowadays, so there you go. But I'm sure the match will happen at WrestleMania. But Logan Paul and Seth, listen, we already know this is gonna happen at WrestleMania. We've already been hearing a little back and forth through it. Do I really want to see that match at WrestleMania? No, not really. I don't. But like I said before, Logan Paul is really good in the ring, and I think him and Seth will have a great match at WrestleMania. I do believe that. Do I really care that much? Not really. I don't. But Logan Paul, like I say, he's really good, and I do believe John Morrison was right in some ways about him. Go look up that interview. But still, I do believe it will be a really good match at WrestleMania. Overall, I did love the Chamber. The Chamber match was great. I enjoyed it the most. That's why I said it was damn my favorite match of the night. Like, damn it, everybody got time to shine out there. I loved it, okay? I did. The Chamber match was great. The Logan Paul thing, we all saw coming. But I will say one thing with Logan Paul. At least they'll get it right this time. At least he's not a face out there this time. And Seth will be the face, and Logan Paul is the heel. Because before, Logan Paul was the face, but the crowd continued to boo him all the time. Because people do not legitimately like this guy or his brother. I'm not going to go into all the stuff from Japanese suicide forces and the whole prize fighting, which I don't even really call boxing match. I call them prize fights and whatnot. But I'm not going to go into all that right now. There's a reason why they had that match with Roman in Saudi Arabia, because if they had it in America, we already saw how it was when it was in America with the back and forth with Roman and Logan. Come on, the bloodline was literally faces by default, okay? Like, people do not legitimately like Logan Paul. They hate this dude, all right? So it's best to make him a heel, because bloodline was just automatic faces, and Roman's supposed to be the top heel. But the people loved him at the time. Think about that. So it's best to make him heel right here and Seth the face. But now we get into the main event. Of course, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns. I know some would question, yeah, the champion comes out first. It's Roman. But given that they wanted to save all that reaction, all that buildup, all that big, huge pop that everybody's been waiting all night before to see. And that is Sami Zayn. Okay? Sami Zayn. Huge mega pop. Montreal, of course, is going crazy for him. Oh, singing his theme song and everything. Even when Roman was coming out, you already heard "fuck you, Roman" chants as his entrance is still going. And Roman's entrance goes on for nearly 15 minutes at the time, anyways. But there was "fuck you, Roman" chants. And, they kind of made mention, which I don't think Ivan Koloff was from Canada. So what I remember, I thought he was Russian, but Canada, all of a sudden, according to Michael Cole, I kind of questioned that for a second. But as the "fuck you, Roman" chants continue to go on, fans singing "Olay" and just milking it all in. Roman just kind of looking around like, what is this and everything, and kind of just laughing because the guy's just playing the heel so well out there. And as the introductions are going on, there's still "fuck you, Roman" chants. And right off the bat, like I said, this was great. All right, y'all already knew it was going to happen in the end, but the fans was just super behind Sami. Like, Sami just being the ultimate underdog face out there, as people still chanting "F you, Roman." Sami throwing punches, hitting a big dive onto him outside, but Roman ended up kind of fighting back and everything after that, taking him out, throwing him around. Even they have Sami Zayn's wife out there, which Roman's even yelling, say like he did this to himself. He could have been part of us and everything. And Sami, ended up taking out Reigns, even kissing his wife, got a big pop out there too. But Roman just kind of, like I say, he's just intimidating his family members out there. Sami getting back up there, which I know he tried to do that dive he used to do, going through like the ropes. I think he kind of scratched himself really bad. You can see blood like on his stomach and all that. But, Roman took him out, tried to go for a spear, going through the barricade. Sami throwing him back in there, trying to get him for that haluva kick and whatnot. But Reigns going for the Superman punch. Sami hitting with exploder suplexes onto the ropes then. Still, even hitting like his own Superman punch before hitting like a haluva kick then. Big near fall after that. Crowd's going nuts. Sami tried to go for another one, but Reigns ended up stopping him then after that. Going for another Superman punch. And stuff, but right after that, he got him back in the ring. Sami trying to fire himself up again, but Roman stopped him. Next thing you know, they both go into the referee, and of course, it's a ref bump, so get ready for overbooking. A lot of overbooking here, which Sami hit the haluva kick, and the crowd just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's no referee. Sami's checking the rep. Jimmy Uso showed up then, which I'm actually surprised that the Usos even made it through Canada, given their legal problems. Every time they go to Canada, Usos are not allowed to come over here because, DUI problems in the past. But I guess they may have got settled out so they could actually show up here tonight. But Jimmy Uso came in, super kicking Sami Zayn, hitting him with the big Uso splash then. Getting Reigns up. We got a second referee out there, but Sami ended up kicking out then after that. Everything. Reigns was still like in disbelief. Crowd's just, all behind Sami, and Reigns like we gave you everything. We gave it all to you and stuff. We gave it all to you. pushing Sami away. Um, Sami ended up, getting a haluva kick on Jimmy Uso to the ground, but Reigns ended up, spearing him then for a near fall. Reigns was surprised, and like, I gave it all to you. This is how you repay me, and whatnot, and trying to go for another Superman punch, but he didn't almost hit the referee, but they end up hitting the referee anyways. Heyman gets a chair. Jey Uso shows up then. Crowd's going nuts for him. Reigns just yelling at him, do this for us. Take him out now. You do this for your family, the bloodline. And Jay's just standing there hesitating. And almost he could have hit Reigns right there with the chair, but he did. But Reigns started pushing him in the face then. And like, do it. Hurry up. And then next thing you know, Sami tried to spear Reigns, but ended up hitting Jay accidentally. And then Reigns just got a chair, beating the hell out of Sami Zayn with it. Just beating him several times. And then he speared him, and it was 3, and Roman Reigns still retained. But right after that, him and Jimmy Uso got in the ring, still going after Sami Zayn. I'm actually probably getting Solo Sikoa here, but Kevin Owens finally shows up, which I kind of thought he would have shown up in this match. But Kevin Owens shows up, beats just starts beating up Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns, hits the stunner on both of them, hits a pop-up powerbomb on Jimmy Uso through the announce table to the outside, then takes him out there, gets a chair. Paul Heyman just doing these little punches, like all these little wimp-like punches, and Owens no selling it, and hits him with a stunner that looked like it was moving in slow motion, but he hit the stunner on him. And then, Sammy's up, Owens in the middle, Reigns is right there. He looks at Sami, he says, all right, here, you can take it. Haluva kick on Roman Reigns. Owens and Sami Zayn stand tall as, Owens like, hey, this is your time. As Sami looked on to the crowd as they all cheered and sang his theme song in respect and whatnot, Sami stood tall. Could you say it was overbooked finish? Yes, it is. Could you say it was your favorite match of the night? Yeah, I agree with you if you want to go with that. I personally think mine was the Chamber, but hell of a main event, though. Obviously, this was more story-based and whatnot, so yeah, you knew you were going to get overbooking with all this. You knew that was coming, okay? But some would even say, like, Owens being quick to help Sami after Sami damn near got at the Rumble, watched him get the shit kicked out of him at the Rumble, but, took time to even really help him, but now Owens immediately helped them. I've already heard, I'm not going to go into the whole, people think Sami is apparently the heel right here, or just, they think he's the heel out of all this, or who's really the heel here, given that, why help Kevin Owens, given that Kevin Owens has betrayed him almost 100 times, and Reigns was the one that helped them and gave him everything. So, I don't know, it's a lot you could say about that, but, yeah. Hell of a main event, though. Crazy stuff. You knew you were going to get a lot of suspense and all of this, and the story was just insane as it continues to go on. So, they got the Usos into Canada and all that, and, like I said, Sami and Kevin Owens just standing tall in Canada. Yeah, we knew Sami Zayn wasn't going to win, but we know this guy was going to look like a god here tonight, okay? Basically just being the underdog, ultimate hero in Canada, from Montreal, which the crowd went just ape shit for, and Reigns just getting so much great heel heat out there. It was insane. Like I said, it was an overall great show, okay? I enjoyed mostly everything. Yeah, I didn't like the finish with Brock and Bobby, and I know they kind of I did see the missed time with the tag team match with Edge and all them, but it was still a good match. I thought the men's Elimination Chamber was better than the women's Elimination Chamber. Obviously, the women's Elimination Chamber was super predictable. Obviously, more matches were set up for WrestleMania tonight. Hell of a main event. A lot of crazy stuff. Great crowd. Like I said, it was an overall great show. I enjoyed that. You don't really say that a lot about WWE shows. You really don't nowadays. Well, you do a little, but to be this good is just, it's very rare sometimes we can get a lot of those. But hey, WWE is on different stuff nowadays. Yes, you could say Vince is not there, or he's there, or he's going to get creative soon enough. I'm not going to go into that right now. But like I said, overall, hell of a fun show tonight. I enjoyed the Elimination Chamber, okay? I had a fun time watching it, and I recommend everybody go watch this show tonight, all right? So other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all then. Peace out. And comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Peace.